We brought together 7 Muslims.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslima.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
One is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, they win the entire prize.
Also, there's a surprise this episode. Not that the cast is all moles, but for the first time, the prize money will decrease for each round the players continue past round 2.
We're like the families from
Pakistan.
Same.
Wow.
Yeah. What part?
Karachi.
Oh, Karachi, Islamabad.
Yeah, I'm also Pakistani too, but I'm from Karachi as well.
I mean, my family, we're just from New York, but I know that my grandfather had converted to Muslim.
I'm Palestinian.
Oh, yeah.
Parents born, raised there, first generation.
I'm Jordanian, which is next to Palestine.
I lived in Amman for 2 years when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
I just came from Amman like 2 years and a half ago.
Cool.
So I'm new here in the States.
Yeah, I'm from Bangladesh.
Oh, okay.
Silat. My parents are from first generation as well.
How did your family implement Islam growing up?
Albab was asking a lot of questions, and she was kind of trying to get information out of the others, so I suspected that.
My community growing up wasn't, there was a lot of white people, Latino people, and I always felt like I was the only Muslim.
No, I relate to that too because I'm African American, so I think it's not expected of me to be, but growing up, that's just what I was taught, from my father, from my grandfather. After my father had passed away, it made me look at everything he taught me, So I got right back into it.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up Muslim, my mom's white, so it was kind of like a half culture,
Yeah.
But I did the Sunday school thing, and I finished the Quran twice, so
Yeah.
it wasn't as strict Muslim.
I come from a Muslim family. My mom is not strict. However, she wears hijab, but she never enforced it on us. She always tells us when it's the right time for you and you feel it within your heart that you want to wear hijab, then you're going to wear hijab.
I was looking for little clues, and I know with Zaina, she wore an evil eye, and my mom taught me that in Islam, the evil eye, you're not supposed to wear that.
What's it like being Muslim for us, and what's we found the hardest thing being Muslim, at least maybe here?
Being Muslim for me, it's funny because I'm very liberal, I guess, in a way. It's hard because some people, again, just put you in a box, and they're like, wait, but you're not wearing a hijab, and you wear tank tops.
My mom wears the hijab. I've always kind of envied that she can wear her Islam publicly outside, because sometimes I'll see another lady walking down the street wearing a hijab, and I want to say Assalamu alaikum, but I don't want to just be some random guy who she might be afraid of on the street, just trying to talk to her. For high school, I went to a Catholic all-guys school, so that was very different.
When he mentioned that he went to a Catholic school, I was a bit thrown off because you would assume that they would go to a school based off of their religion.
It was a school that was close by, and my mom wanted me to all boys. I don't want you with girls around kind of thing.
Okay.
And for her, it's still it's another religious institution that's going to be teaching similar values and just morals kind of stuff. Oh no. Okay. I guess.
Okay.
Sorry.
She didn't get to really talk a lot, and again, she said she was half white, and so it seemed very obvious. We love you so much. Thank you so much. Alhamdulillah.
Because I'm half white, I think it definitely made people suspicious of me because I don't look Pakistani at all, so they'd probably think that I was lying when I told them that.
Okay, I think we should ask more factual questions.
Could we talk about Ramadan for everyone?
Yeah.
And that's just what it's like fasting, what it feels like for you, what your family does. And that's
It's being around people who are not doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Your friends want to hang
Yeah,
out.
like,
Let's go get
bro,
food.
like,
You're
let's go get
I'll
food.
watch you guys
I'm
eat.
like,
And sometimes watching people eat for me, it helps. I don't
Yeah.
know why I used
It's
to
like
work
watching Food Network.
Yes.
Ramadan.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like a torture kind of thing for ourselves.
I've heard from my family back home too. At least it is this case in Karachi, but what's nice is that in Ramadan they close the restaurants and stuff until iftar, so it makes it even easier for you to go ahead and still practice because sometimes you're out go out with your friends and eat not eat but just watch them and they'll be like, I don't want to eat in front of you. Are you okay? I'm
it's bro, it's cool.
The recent Ramadan, it was a time when I was a bit younger and I was in high school and I was going through a very rebellious time.
Yeah.
It was during Ramadan when I just I had this like realization, like I'm not doing the right thing right now. And it was that time where I really like transformed.
The reason I was suspicious of Ayan, I feel like anytime when I'd peek around, I just saw him like scanning everybody, kind of looking a little fidgety. Someone would say something, and then he'd be, oh yeah, me too.
I try to fast at least like 3 to 4 days out of the week, just to kind of give myself that opportunity to do it. There was one month I did it every day, and it was like the best month. It really is. But
once you get used to it, you would get it. Like it was hard for me when I was younger to fast all the days.
No alcohol or like no pork. Do you guys like feel strongly about one thing about Islam, or but like not about the others?
I mean, I feel very strongly about like not eating pork. I just remember, you know, that's like something that my father really like told me, you know, like pork is swine, you know, so like I stay like completely away from it, you know.
I've even had conversations with my mom where we'd be like, if like Allah came down right now and said it's okay, like I still don't think I really would eat it. To me, just like I just see it as gross, like that's just I don't eat pork.
It just
exactly.
comes like that.
For me, I also think the no alcohol thing is pretty big for me also because I learned in middle school is like the mother of all sins, so I really stay away from it.
Oh guys, good luck.
If you continue past this round, the prize money will be reduced by half.
I was like, dang.
It felt like there was more pressure just to find them all quicker, and I feel like I wanted to get into some deeper questions.
Raise your hand if you're certain that the more listed in the box and you'd like to continue the game.
Might as well.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how devout do you guys think you are?
Okay, for me, around 6 years ago, I had a very bad car accident, and I was almost dead. Like, I stayed in the hospital for 3 months, and I have a scar in my face now, if you can see it. It was a very bad experience, however, it got me closer to Allah. A car hit us, and I had to go through the front window. I thank God that I'm alive, that I'm healthy, that there's nothing wrong.
I'd say like I'm like a 5 because I don't really have anyone like that's like, you know, it's not like within like my family big like that, you know, so the lessons that we're taught, you know what I'm saying, that's I embody those, maybe not all the, you know, the other things that come with it, you know.
Can we talk about an experience where you encountered someone that was speaking down on you or whatnot?
For me, it was maybe I think my sophomore year of high school. I got this one sweatshirt that like had in Arabic written Nasha and Yadum, and under in English this too shall pass. And some random kid who I didn't know like skates up to me and says like, oh, so you're a terrorist. I was just like taken aback. I was like, excuse me. I think I was like 15, but that was like the first time for me that I really like experienced it and was just a little like, whoa, like where does this come from? This kid looked like he was 12. He looked younger than me. But he already has these ideas of like, oh, you're a terrorist just because you have like maybe some Arabic written on your sweatshirt. Almost every time I've gone to the airport, whether it was with my family or by myself, and any of us would be pulled to the side for a little random search. There is definite kind of prejudice involved in that, I believe.
I can go. It was basically it was in middle school, and we were in PE class, and a kid goes up to me, and because he heard my last name. He called me a terrorist, and I completely lost myself and started cursing at him. But then afterwards, I had this whole realization, like that's not what I'm supposed to
do. All right. So this has happened for the first time. There is a 5-way tie.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. So each person will be asked one question by any other participant.
Why were you put into a Catholic school?
Honestly, it was 3 minutes from our house. My parents wanted a school that would teach similar values.
Are you a Muslim?
Wallahi, I'm Muslim.
Like, what's the biggest thing to you that means that you're Muslim?
So I was hijabi in high school, but then when I entered like UCLA, I took off my scarf. But I think that because of this, I actually grew closer to Islam. Would you mind listing all 5 prayers and like when in the day that they happen?
Dang, well, I don't know why I'm on the spot right now. But you know, it's crap. It's like morning. I watch my dad do it a lot. You know?
What was like the point that really like that turned you to find Allah a bit more, I guess?
Oh yeah, I mean like I was just like partying a lot, like doing a lot of like just bad things, like, and my whole family's really religious, so I'm from Bangladesh. Like you won't meet a Bengali that's not Muslim, you know.
How can you be exempt from fasting? Do you know?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are very sick and you are under medication and it's threatening your life, you should not fast, especially for elder people.
Good luck. We love you, bro.
Raise your hand if you're certain that the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game. Majority wins. If the lights turn red, then the mole is still in the box and you lose. If the lights turn green, it means that you eliminated the mole.
Oh, bro. No way.
Will the mole please step forward?
I'm sorry.
Like my gut instinct was Zaina, and so I wish I would said if it's too well, it's got to be her.
She fit the character very well, but the reason why I didn't go further with it was because I had met Muslims who were like her.
No, but I really want to tell you the truth. I know a lot of Quran. I've studied Quran.
Were you raised up in another religion? Are you ex-Muslim?
No. I'm Christian.
That's what I thought, because it was like.
But I want to. But we are only 2% out of the population in Jordan. We're very, very few. I want this every day. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't. It was I felt bad because they're all nice, because I know I'm a liar, and they're all super sweet.
You know, I'm not as knowledgeable, and I'm not. I have tattoos. You know, I don't follow necessarily the guidelines. I'm not strict with it. You know, I just know that it's a personal relationship.
We all have our own ways we practice, and we understand that just because somebody practices it a little bit less or a little bit more doesn't make them any more of a Muslim than the other person.
Hi, my name is Ragini Basin and I directed this episode of Odd Man Out. And if you'd like to play along in the next episode, you can go to our Instagram page and vote for who you think the mole is.